KOTR FFXIV here, and this is What is Mobius Final Fantasy? Mobius Final Fantasy is a JRPG free-to-play developed by Square Enix for the mobile platform. Hi, KOTR FFXIV here, and today we will be talking about battling in decks in Mobius Final Fantasy. If you go into the deck menu, you'll see I've already got a few ready-made decks. We're going to go and set up a new one. There's the Thief, there's the Red Mage, blah blah blah. There's the Warrior of Light. That's the one I got in the most recent update. Whoop whoop. And here is the empty one. So this is just currently the General Warrior class. We're going to use the Tidus class, or Ace Striker as it's called, for this. As you can see, generally it's a lot better than the original. 3,600 hit points. It's got no extra clothing. Here's some new weapons. So you have weapons and you have different clothes for the jobs. You can see there's weapons from other jobs there. We've got the Brotherhood, some from the Dragoon, we've got some from the original ones. For this, it's best just to go with the Brotherhood. It's one of the better weapons for him anyway. Now, next what we've got to do is put some ability cards on. This job is a warrior, so what you want to try and do is use warrior only cards, because that's what you get the best out of them. He can use fire, water, and wind cards. I was just wondering if it was earth or wind, but wind cards. So let's put a water card there. It's best to use all three and then probably try and get a heal card as well. Next will be a wind card. Good. Then we want to put in, last but not least, a fire card. If I can find it. Nope, that's an earth card, wrong one. There we go. And now we're going to want a healer card. If you noticed, our level's gone up to like 152. Your level, character level anyway, depends on what card you use. He had 3,000 hit points at the start. Now he's got 5,000 or something. So now we've set up a deck. I'm just going to go back to the original one just to use a different battle and show you that you can use different clothes. This is Dragoon. He's got 3 different gear sets technically. Originally they had different stats, but once you max your character out you can basically buy an item which will put all the same stats, so it's just glamour. Okay, so you click on a node and then you'll come to this screen, which will basically be, you know how in say Record Keeper or other games you can borrow a card from a player. This is basically what you're doing, you're borrowing a player's card. You can put a player card up in your social menu for people to borrow off you as well. And you'll get the player tokens depending on, or friend tokens, depending on how many people have borrowed your card during the day. So you can get up to 3 pages. You can refresh the page up there with the little icon. But I couldn't find the card I wanted, so I'm just going to go with this one. This card increases your speed, so it basically uses haste on you. And now let's go into a battle. You may notice this mob from other Final Fantasies, generally 14. So if you tap the screen, you'll do some plane attacks. The cards at the side are your abilities. If you notice at the top, you have different orbs, like fire, you've got earth, and you've got the healer orbs. You need a certain amount of orbs to use the abilities on the side. If you notice, the mob's attribute is fire, so you wouldn't want to use a fire attack against him. So what do you do with leftover attributes, or leftover orbs? Well, what you can do is hold the little icon at the bottom, you see the little circle? And that will allow you to use the orbs as a shield. They give you 4 options for whatever orbs you've got, there you go. If you notice it's changed to just blue and yellow now, that means for a while I will only get water and earth orbs. Well, at least I've got more chance of getting earth and water. There's also an option at the top to speed it up, which I've just pressed, if you noticed, because the battle was going a bit slow. Now we've broken him, so now we can just beat the crap out of him. It has the break bar, a bit like 13 series and 13.2. Get rid of the break bar, and then just beat the crap out of the mobs. Best way is just to use the opposite element. That's fire, so just try and use as much water as you can, ice. does the most damage as well. One more. This job is extremely over leveled for this fight, to be fair. I'll show you later a video where I just get my ass kicked. I can't even get past the first round, it just destroys me. And there we have it. And once you've got a battle, you obviously come to the screen that shows you all your spoils and how much XP you got. Shows you your score, which my score sucks, so I've gone down more ranks. Yay, go me. You can view your rank in this social screen that we saw in one of the last videos. This will be the XP increase. The main level there will increase the amount of stamina you can have and restore your stamina. And this is the skill seeds and the cards you get. Oh, and nice, we got an item. We got some crystal shards. And there we have it, that is a simple plain battle. In the next video, what I'm going to do is show you some limit breaks. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.